Hello computer students. Today I'm going to take you through the graphical user interface of Microsoft Windows, and we'll take a look at the different elements of Windows along with how you can work with applications with Windows as well as moving around some of the files that you have. So to begin with, what you're looking at on your screen right now is referred to as the desktop. On the desktop, this image that you see is called the wallpaper, and on the left hand side of my desktop are some shortcuts. You can tell that this icon right here is a shortcut because of this little arrow, and I'm going to get to shortcuts a little bit later, but these shortcuts link to programs that I have on my computer, and these are called icons. An icon is a graphic that represents generally a file or a program that you have. And because icons are a lot of times not enough, we also have words to go with those icons. But you know, on your phone you might see that you just have icons without the words, but we still have to back things up with words, and I have different programs loaded on my computer that I can use. So this is on my desktop. At the very bottom of my desktop is the taskbar. In the far left hand corner is the start button, and that pulls up this menu here that I can scroll down and see the different applications that are loaded. I can come over here and sign out, shut my computer off, look at settings, some different things I can do, go into my documents. Across the bottom of my taskbar are some quick launch icons like Microsoft Edge. I have Google Chrome running right now, so you can see that's there, as well as the software that's recording my screen. On the far right hand side I have this clock and calendar along with some other programs that are running in the background. This is called the system tray, where these icons are down here on the right for anything that's just sort of running all the time, and I can control my volume and sound right here with the speakers icon. I'm going to go into my start button. I'm going to type M for Microsoft. It's going to take me down here. Actually, let's go back. I'm just going to click here and scroll, and I'm going to take myself down to what I want is my Microsoft Office tools. Let me see here. Let me see if Word just is listed separate. Yeah, there it is. Okay, let's just open up Word 2016, which is a word processor within Windows. I will just create a blank document here so you can see what I'm doing. And now right now I can work in here. Let's close that out within my application. My application has a menu across the top as well as a tool bar and my work area here. On my title bar you'll see the name of my document and the program that I'm running. This app is Word, and on the far right hand side I have some buttons. So this button here looks like a little hyphen, is the minimize button, and if I click on that it reduces the window that I was working in down to an icon on my taskbar. So it doesn't close it, it just reduces it down. If I click back on that icon, it'll load it back up. This middle button here has two windows, and if I click on that, it'll restore back to a size that's small enough that I can move it around by clicking on the title bar. And now that button is switched to a different shape, and now that button is the maximize, which puts my application back at full screen. So restore and maximize. If I come to the corner of my window and resize, maximize, restore will put it back. That's why it's called restore. It restores it back to the size that it was previously. So there's my window that I have. This X will obviously close my window, and you can see what that looks like here. So I have the title bar coming across, minimize, maximize, and close buttons all listed here, and then I can move this window around. Then Windows 10, if I drag this over all the way to the far right, it'll snap it so it's filling half my screen, and now it asks me, well, what do you want on the other half? Well, maybe I want Chrome here, and might be looking up parts of a Windows screen right here that we're talking about, and pull up maybe a description here that you can see within here. All right, so I'll minimize Chrome back down and bring Microsoft Word, snap that back into the middle so you can see that. Let's click on the X here to close that application. Come down here to File Explorer where we can manipulate the files within Windows. And if you've been following along with me with the operating systems, you can see how this works. We've done this before. And over here on the left-hand side under this PC, you can see sometimes I might have to open this PC up. I can see all of my drives here in my local hard drive and then these network drives that I have listed. I'm going to click on my H drive here, and most of your work is going to be in this Documents folder. I have a lot of folders and files in my Documents folder. I've been here a long time, so stuff accumulates. But I'm going to come in here and just right-click and go to New and say Folder. And for today, I'm just going to call this Practice and open that up. I'm going to snap that over to the right. Right-click on my File Explorer and click on another version of File Explorer and snap that to the left. So I have side-by-side documents. I'm going to come into my documents here and I'm going to talk about copying files back and forth. So let's come into my Computer Apps folder and I will grab this picture here. If I come down to the very bottom, I can click on Thumbnails, and if something, it'll show me the icon of the application. If it's a picture, here's an old Apple computer. Let's take a look at that. Yeah. How would you like to be working on that in 1975? Okay, so if I take this Apple computer and if I click on it and drag it over, you can see things change on here. I'm just holding down on my mouse button and it says copy. If I hold down my shift key, it says move. So let's think about what's the difference between copy and move. Copying, if I drag this over here and let go, you'll see that I have another version of that photo here, and it leaves the original file back here where it was. That's a copy. I'm going to click on that and press the delete key on my keyboard and say yes. This time, if I drag it over and hold down my shift key, I switch that to move. Now if you see that, it removed it from over here. So moving it is a cut and a paste rather than a copy and a paste. And I'm going to bring that back over to copy it. This can also be achieved by right-clicking on a file, coming over here and letting go. And I get those same three options, copy, move, and then create a shortcut. Now, we generally wouldn't create a shortcut to a file that's just a picture, because a shortcut doesn't have any of the actual data. It just links it back to its original place. Where we typically see shortcuts is to files that are programs that we'd have on our desktop. So you can see this little arrow here, and if I want something to be a shortcut, if I right-click on this and say create shortcut, it's going to add that with that curved arrow that you see there. And this is not actually this image. It is just a link back. If I deleted this image here, this would link to nothing. So you're not going to be making shortcuts very often. However, you need to understand what they are and how they work. So the three operations, and I can get to those again by right-clicking and dragging, and it'll give me that option. If I click and drag, it's going to have a choice. Now here, it didn't default to copy, it defaulted to move, and that is because if you're dragging to a place that's in the same location, it's going to assume that you want to move it. But if you're going to drag it to a place, say the C drive, it's going to assume if it's a different drive, it's going to assume that you want to do a copy. If I come down to H, okay, it's going to do something different. So you can adjust that by pressing your Control key, and that will change it back to copy. So take a look at that. If you have a Windows computer, you can play around on it and see how that works.